Yo, 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 yo. Hey, y'all, real quick. Listen, when God tells you something, believe it. Okay? I don't care what it looks like, I don't care how long it takes. When God tells you something, believe it. You can take it to the bank, you can cash it, because he don't lie. He's not gonna say a thing and then not do a thing. Everything that God said comes to pass. Okay? If he said, you can bet your bottom dollar on it. Okay? And the reason why I'm saying that this morning is because sometimes we see people going through situations, right? Going through life, and we don't understand why it seems like in the face of everything that they're looking at, they have a belief that's anti whatever it looks like in front of them. Those are people that we see literally living by faith. And in some seasons, you have to do just that. You have to live by faith. Sometimes you got to live on the word that you heard until you see what you saw in your spirit. Okay, so don't be discouraged. There's been countless of times, me even as a believer in God, it's been countless of time where God has told me a thing, right? I've shared that thing with people. I've told people this is what the Lord said. I know God said it. It's a sure word, right? And then they go ahead and they do things that are anti the word, right? Like, for example, I told this one pastor, I said, we were in a prayer circle, and he said, y'all, what are the preachers, what are the leaders hearing about this move? Should we move? Should we not move? Every leader went around the circle. They said what all they said. I told the man flat-footed, looking unto heaven where my help comes from. And I told him what the Lord said, that it's not time to move. It's time to do some restructuring, right? There's some things that got to be reestablished, resettled. And I will not go into the details of what I told him, but I told him in front of all of those preachers, no, God said it's not time to move. This pastor went on, y'all. He did a capital campaign. He raised all this money. He got these people praying over which building they gonna go to. It was a whole lot, as if this word of God had not already went forward. Well, come fast forward. This was over a year ago, right? This was well over about 2 years ago, actually, now to the date. But well over a year ago. We fast forward now, and they are celebrating pastor and wife anniversary or church anniversary or something along those lines. They just celebrated in the same building, in the same exact building. I could have doubted that God was going to do what he said he was going to do, right? He said they were staying in the building. As a prophet, I could have doubted it, because here it is, the pastor, the leader. I done shared this word with the leader, and this man raising money, got people giving money on top of their offering, on top of their tithes. A whole capital campaign, right? They going visiting churches. They got people fasting and praying over which building. This don't look like what God said. And I had to go on with my life and believe. Yes, I had to walk away. I had to step away from it. I could not deal with it in my face, like literally in my face, going against what God said. No, I could not stay there and worship there and follow that leadership. However, now, fast forward, I went on with my life. I went on with my healing. I went on with what God was telling me to do. I kept following the steps of what God was telling me to do, because the steps of a good man are ordered, right? So I kept on doing what I had to do. I could not become in a place where I didn't believe God no more based on what a leader did to me. Come here, somebody. You done stopped believing what God said because of how somebody else is acting. Whether it be a spouse, whether it be your children, because I done been down that road too. God told me he was going to bring me my child back, and she was going to be better than she was when she left. And baby, when she got back, she didn't seem better. It didn't look better at first. As a matter of fact, her daddy had hurt her so bad that when she got back, she ran away with a little boy that she thought was going to love her, and he was the exact replica of her father. And once my baby got free from that, once she got away from that, now fast forward a year later, she see that same little boy done been in all this trouble. He done been locked up. He done had STDs. He did all kind of things. And my baby is thriving. She's the captain of her step team at school. She got her first performance tomorrow. She literally got stuff done before Christmas that they didn't even expect for her to have done to the end of the school year. Like, my baby is, right? You got to believe what God told you, no matter what it looked like. No, y'all, I need somebody to hear me. I need you to put that in your spirit. I need you to hold on to that. Believe what God told you, no matter what it looks like. That's the beauty of faith. It's the evidence of the things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. That not seen does not necessarily mean you ain't never saw it. It means you ain't never tangibly been able to see it, right? You ain't never seen it manifested in your presence in the earth. Haven't seen it. But in your spirit, you done seen it. Trust God, y'all. We're entering into a season right now where people, even the very elect, will be deceived. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, people are missing out on the benefit of prayer. Take everything to God in prayer. You want to know what people is doing? You want to know if they lying to you? You want to know if it's the truth? You want to know what God is really saying? Go to God in prayer. Get in the spirit and let the Lord minister to you. Some people think prayer is just them running their mouth, but that's not the truth. It's an open line of communication with you and God. Go to God. Get in his presence and shut up. That's how I like to start my prayer, though. People say, Quinta, you talk too much. You talk too much. I know. I get it. I get it. God assigned me to talk, though. So, it is what it is. And for so long, that's what the devil fought me for. He fought me for my voice. Right. He wanted me to be quiet. He wanted me to stop talking. Because I have the gift of exhortation. Exhortation means urging people to do a thing. Urging a person to do a thing, right? And I just happen to exhort people to greatness. I just believe we all should get up every single day and be great on purpose. That's just what I believe. That means you got to live free, right? So, back to the beginning of the story. The topic at hand. Trust God, no matter what it look like. Believe what he told you until you see what you saw. Trust him. Don't let other people and what they doing cause you to, I don't know if God really gonna do it. Don't cause how other people are moving. Don't let that cause you to doubt your God and the word he gave you. God is a man that he shall not lie. He cannot lie. If he said it, he must do it. When his word goes out, he makes sure that some things go with it, to watch over it, to make sure that it accomplishes that what he set out for it to do. God is a God of order too. So don't let somebody else being out of order cause you to doubt what God told you. Yeah. Don't get distracted. Level up. It's time to stay up, right? It's time to stay up. We got to stay up. We got to look from a higher place. We can't live so low. Last night, my pastor went in on Bible study. Shout out to the Mountaintop Dallas and Pastor Earl D. Thomas. You heard me? If y'all not going to church Sunday, I got a place for you to be. 1938 Denison. Come see what the Lord is doing. Come experience the Lord like never before. But say, man, last night, my pastor did some teaching about Nehemiah on that wall. And he talked about some things being too low, right? Don't come down to argue with people. Don't come down to entertain things that are anti what God showed you. Do what God showed you. Believe what God showed you. Go with God. And whatever you do, make sure you go out there and be great on purpose. Yep. Till next time. Deuces.